Yo guys, what's up? We're gonna be playing a little bit of Need for Speed today for Fast Car Friday. Last video and the first video I put up on Wednesday, audio quality, straight potato. I apologize. I got a better mic now to use. I believe it's gonna be better. Please let me know when you watch the videos. The first two I put up, it goes between you guys struggling to hear me and then probably running away from your computer speakers because I'm like yelling in your ear. Not necessarily because I was yelling, just the mic, it was Apple earbuds, so it swings away from my mouth, swings closer, so it gets louder, silenter, that stuff. But it should be good now. And we're playing Need for Speed. I figured I'd show you guys my cars first, and then maybe talk about my dream cars that I want in the future. If it's going to happen, never know. But I figured I'd talk about that and also share a little bit about my first car and only car. But starting off here, we got Mazda RX-7 Spirit R. Beautiful car. It's got the Wankel rotary engine in it, and it is just a beautiful car. This one, I believe, was made in 2002, but this car looks like it's from the future, I swear. It is just so sleek and beautiful. It is just a beautiful car to look at, see, and I see a couple around me, and they're not in the best condition, but I have gone to a couple car shows, and I've seen some mint, beautifully modded cars, and I'm just jealous of the people that own them. So there's the RX-7. It's a little over 650 horsepower, 3.16 second 0 to 60 time. I got two other cars to show you. A Civic Type R. Front wheel drive, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to be telling you guys false information. But this is another beautiful car, especially when they're done right. There's a whole bunch near me, but they're not done right. They're all riced out and stuff like that. So, and they're all rusted also, and there's just none in this good of condition. But then again, this is a video game, so they're not gonna put old rusted cars that have been through hailstorms and dents and stuff like that. Of course, when you drive and crash, it shows dents, but that's for realism. But hatchbacks are a weakness for me. I love them. I think they're beautiful, as is the RX-7. But this car, I found this cool white splatter kind of look, not paint because it's too perfect, but I figured it'd look good on here. So I put it on one side, mirrored it to the other side, and right here in the middle where you see that right above the wheel arch, kind of almost goes into the Zen Garage thing there. I thought, I didn't try for that, but it almost looks like it's supposed to. I thought that was pretty cool. I like the black wheels on here because it matches the carbon fiber rear diffuser and front splitter. And it's just a beautiful car. Zen Garage, they had a lot of stickers, so I thought I'd use it because I thought it looked good. Maybe it's not your cup of tea, but I like it. And yeah, I decided to put it on here. But got the carbon fiber hood also, and I painted the top black with that little sticker there. This car is actually my fastest right now, around the same amount of horsepower as the other one, but I believe it's lighter, so it has a better 0 to 60 time. And the other RX-7 is rear-wheel drive, and the engine's in the front, so there's not that weight over the driving wheels to really give it that traction, which is why I believe this is a front-wheel drive car. With the Honda, the engine is sitting right over the front wheel, so it has that extra weight. Granted, it is just a little 4-cylinder in here with a turbo, but I don't think it counts that weight in. I'm not really sure. It has that extra weight on the drive wheels to give it that traction. Lastly here, we got Toyota GT86, same as the Scion FRS and Subaru BRZ. They all collaborated, but I got a pretty dark color scheme going here with I think it's a gloss black and like a matte purple. And then on the wheels, two-tone, that white inner part, I figured gives it a nice defining feature. You can really see it as it drives, and when you like drift this car, you always see the wheels going, and it's just like that white circle, and I think it looks pretty cool, as it does even sitting here. This is actually the slowest car right here, with 450 horsepower, but honestly, that'd be plenty for me in a car. But I think I'm gonna do a race for you here, and I believe I want to use the Honda, just because I've been using it lately. It's the most recent car I've actually customized, and it's my fastest right now. And I believe I want to do a gymkhana for you guys. If you're familiar with the map, it's in the top. I believe it's called Mental Block, and it's marked as hard. Which, I come pretty close to the time limit sometimes. I'm definitely only crossing with like 20-25 seconds to spare, so it gets close because I hit walls. I crash a couple times here and there. Is this guy gonna hit me? Okay, he's gonna hit me. One of those guys playing this game. I did not mean to jump to the garage. I apologize for that. It's been a while since I've played this game, and I forget exactly where everything is, so once we get the map up, I'm just going to teleport there. There's no need to drive there. You guys are going to see me drive when I actually do the race itself. Is it Mental Block? It is Mental Block. Let's teleport there. And once that starts, I think I'm going to start telling you guys about my first car. But while it loads here, I'm just going to let you guys sit there in suspense. It's okay. You guys aren't missing out on too much. It's nothing amazing. Let me restate that. It was my first car, so it holds a special place in my heart. I think it's amazing for my own reasons. And as a first car, being later year of 16, when I got it, maybe even early years of 17, it was a 03 Lincoln LS V8 with a 3.9 liter V8, and had 80,000 miles on it when I got it. 80,000, yeah, that's right. 80,000 miles on it, so not too much. It was in good condition. Got it for a little more than $5,000, but it looks like your grandma's car, right? So it was all white. Looks like a Q-tip car, which my grandparents call cars that look like they're for older people, Q-tip cars, because they usually have that white hair. So it was I called it the Q-tip mobile, but she was good to me. Like I said, it was a V8, and it made around 280, 300 horsepower. Stock, they made 280, but I like to think, because the guy I bought it from put an exhaust system on it. It had a dual 3-inch catback straight pipe, and wow, was she loud. I loved it for that too. It was the loudest car I've ever driven, and I miss it because I don't have it anymore. I went off to college and it got sold because there's no point in paying car insurance while I'm not driving it. So she's gone, but it's good. It's all right. I've learned from it. It was rear-wheel drive, so I did a little bit of drifting here and there when it rained, when it snowed out, it was light dusting. Nothing too crazy. I wasn't doing any pro races or anything like that. But as I was saying, with the exhaust, I like to think it gave it a couple extra horsepower, so around 300 or so. Maybe not. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. Never know, because I didn't have a dyno sheet, never got a dyno or anything like that. But stock, it made 280. And it was a heavy car, but nearing 300 horsepower, even with a 4,000-pound car, I think it was 3,965. I remember looking at the papers and stuff like that for it. But for almost a 2-ton car, 300 horsepower was a lot. She took a second to start going, but once she went, boy, she was gone faster than my friends' cars. Off the start. As I said, it took a second. It was just it took a second for the engine to read that it was like a V8. It was like I'd stomp the pedal down. There's a second of lag, just like, I guess, because it is a petrol engine. it's not electric, so it doesn't go right away. So it just took that second to deliver the power, but once it did, she would take off if it was dry. If not, I could do burnouts. I had a 2-block burnout before when it was raining, just because I had my wheels spinning. Probably wasn't the best idea, because it was right in front of a school zone. I was actually just got off of school, and I saw my friend there with his nice Mazda 3. Not a Speed 3, but it was a very pretty Mazda 3 hatch. And he told me to do a burnout, and I wasn't going to say no. Ooh, that was a bad crash. I wasn't going to say no. And it just had rained. It wasn't anymore, but the roads were wet. You know, that oil kind of comes out of asphalt when it rains, so it gets a little slick. So I was like, bet, I'll do it. And I stomp on the gas, and instantly my wheels start spinning. And I'm moving forward slowly, just kind of fishtailing real lightly, but I had the wheels spinning and the tires screeching for a good 2 blocks. I passed my school and then went past the next block, all while the wheels were spinning, and that was the longest burnout I've ever done, besides like right off the line at a stoplight, maybe a little bit, but I wasn't really trying to do burnouts then, so I would like cut it so I could actually get grip and start going, because usually, you know, I pull up next to some kid with his riced out car thinking he's cool, while I'm in my Q-tip mobile thinking he's about to beat me or something like that. He didn't know what was under the hood. It is a small V8, but as I said, it was creating near 300 horsepower, so she would haul. A lot of people thinking that they would fry me up when they pulled up next to me. Sorry, but a lot of Mustangs, the V6s. V8's got some power, those 5-liter V8s, but a lot of those kids in their V6 Mustangs with nice exhaust, you know, they still sound pretty good. I'm going to take the shortcut right here. Not that it really cuts that much time off, or sets me up for this donut here. But like I said, they pull up next to me thinking they're all that, and I would, ooh, that was bad. I'm just gonna kill me on the time. And thinking they're about to fry me up off the stoplight, and I was just gone. That second of lag time, and then I was just off. And they'd pull up next to me, and I'd look over, and they just didn't want to make contact. They were like, how did my grandma's car just beat me? And I say that, grandma's car, because it kind of did look like your older person's car. And I didn't like how it looked at first, but as I learned what it could do, I fell in love with that car. I thought it got prettier every day I looked at it. I'd walk out of my front door, going in it just to drive to school. I'd be like, you're really not that pretty of a car, but you're just gorgeous in my eyes because I know what you can do. But enough of that. I just finished that Gymkhana. Ended up completing everything. I think I wasn't really paying attention. I don't know if I got the drift score. But I'm going to head back to the garage. I'm going to hop in the other 2 cars. I'm not going to do a race because this video is getting nearing 15 minutes. I'm just going to drive them around a little bit so you can hear them. If you're interested in that, I don't know. If you're not, you don't necessarily have to watch it. But I enjoy cars, so I want to show off the styles I like and show you guys my driving ability, which is either decent or not. So there's that. But while I show you these last two cars, I want to talk about my dream cars that I want to own one day. And my first one, this is going to be my grocery getter, my everyday driver, my commuter. I want a Mercedes AMG SLS, lightly modified. It doesn't need anything to the engine. I just want it to look a little prettier. Maybe a little wider wheel set to it, or wheelbase. Not spacers, but just new wheels with offset on them. And no camber on these. Just like I said, it's my grocery getter. I need something that I'm still gonna enjoy driving every day, but still looks pretty and I can ride in style. So there's the grocery getter, and then need a track car, which is actually perfect. I'm driving the RX-7 right now because that's what I want, is a Spirit R RX-7. And they start around $50,000. And the only place I can seem to find them that they're for sale is Australia. So, one, you gotta import it, on top of paying the $50,000 just to buy it. Then you need an import license to, I'm pretty sure, to drive a right-hand drive vehicle in the States. So there's that. But that one is going to be my heavily modified. I'm definitely going to keep the rotary engine in it, I think. If not, I'm thinking a swap. I'm not really sure what I want to do for swap. Why is this guy trying to mess with me? What I want to do is swap, but I definitely want a twin turbo 3-rotor at first. And then if that ever blows, I don't think I'm going to try to repair the rotary. I'm just going to swap it at that point if I ever own this car. And then lastly, as I jump to the garage to show you that Toyota GT86, I want a Mitsubishi Evo, Lancer Evo. Evo 8, Evo 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever they have in the future whenever I'm looking. That's gonna be, I'm gonna set that more up for show car, pretty stance, maybe even. Like slam that on the ground, throw some camber on it, like something ridiculous. Something that's not pleasant to drive on the streets. As I said, just a show car. Drive to meets, like meets that are close by, or car shows, stuff like that. Definitely gotta do something for the engine. I can't just keep it stock. Just because if it is gonna be a show car, I wanna make it pretty. But engine bay wise, I don't like all those engine covers and wires in there, so I think I'm gonna make it like purely mechanical. Strip the whole thing and just make it mechanical. It doesn't really need anything. It's just gonna be a show car, which I guess doesn't make too much sense since I'm gonna strip it, which you would think I would do to the track car. But you know, whatever. I'm probably gonna switch it up. Probably this isn't gonna be set in stone what I'm doing, if I even own these cars or so. But I'd like to have a really simple looking engine bay. Like I said, strip just like the engine and necessary electronics that I need in there. But I don't want all these extra cables cluttering it up and stuff like that, especially if I'm going to have the hood pop at car shows and meets and stuff like that just to show off. I say that and I feel like I might sound a bit, I can't think of the word right now, but I don't mean show off like, oh, look what I have. Just show off my car to people that are interested, because I guarantee there'll be other people there with much better, prettier, faster cars than mine. But just to show them like what I'm running under the hood, show them like how clean it's kept and stuff like that, because it is just going to be a show car. I'm not trying to do anything with it. So yeah, there's the 3 dream cars: the grocery getter, the show car, and then my track car. And this video is nearing 20 minutes, so I think I'm going to cut it off. I did that one gymkhana for you. Let me know if you like these videos, and if you guys are familiar with Need for Speed and you want to see me design a car, race a different car, or whatever, put it down in the comments and I'll definitely make a video on it. My next video, if anyone comments, even if I have like 3 cars commented, or 2, 1, I'll do up to 3. The first 3 that are there, I'll just sell these 3 to save some money up, or make some money, and then I will design those cars and probably put each one through a race or so, or just drive them around. I feel like you guys are a little more interested in my designing and my personalization of each car than necessarily my driving ability. But let me know. You never know till I hear some feedback from you guys. But at this point, I'm gonna sign off. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice morning, day, night, whenever you watch this video. Just have a nice one. And peace and love to you all.